Hello, BookTube. Here with a Thursday Reads and sort of an introduction to this day, the last day of the year 2020. Uh, yeah, let's start off with my Thursday Reads, or what is going to be what I'm going to be reading. Probably not today, but in the new year. Well, actually, I'll start off with I just finished Dark Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, #1 in the Between Earth and Sky series, set in kind of a pre-Columbia kind of fantasy world, based on kind of pre-Columbia thing. I listened to this on audiobook. It kind of follows a variety of different strands of kind of a captain, a mystic cultist, perhaps a vessel for a god, sky priestess, warrior, variety of people, all culminating in the day of convergence, which is a mess. Is a complete convergence. So it was a good kind of start to a series. Rebecca Roanhorse does a really good job of kind of making this into kind of a interesting kind of fantasy world, but not using kind of European kind of fantasy and history as a basis, but using kind of a pre-Columbian kind of down Mexico, Incan, Aztec, that sort of thing. I'm completely ignoramus in all of that. Rebecca Roanhorse is an American fantasy science fiction author. I say just American because she's gotten into a bit of a controversy over claiming kind of, maybe, I don't know if membership is the right word, like she's claiming what her membership is, I guess, as someone of Native American heritage, and indeed with her series Trail of Writing, which is kind of set in kind of a Navajo world. She's gotten kind of a lot of criticism from people in the Navajo nation. See, I'm such an ignoramus on all of this stuff. This is ignorant white dude in Canada trying to parse this stuff for using their culture in her novel in what some people say is a disrespectful way. So, for myself, I read that series and I treated it as a urban fantasy novel, and kind of a fun one at that. But I can see if you're someone that's your culture, you might have varying opinions on that, and I will just note that and leave it there. I am also actually in the middle of reading at the moment. This is probably mostly to Sean the Book Maniac that I'm talking to now. Is The West Beyond the West, A History of British Columbia by Jean Barman. Sean and I are going to be buddy reading a collection of essays by Jean Barman. On the Cusp of Contact is the name of that book. But I figured I'd pick up, she's written what is, I think, is considered like quite one of the a fairly kind of standard text in British Columbia history, just a history of the province. And I thought, hey, I'll pick that up and see what kind of writer she is. And so far I'm about halfway through. She is actually quite a good writer. I think there's quite a knack of writing something that's a general history on a topic. It's a textbook, but it's actually quite a readable textbook. So that is good news for as I go forward for my buddy read with Sean. Sean is well, actually, I think he's a little more forgiving on nonfiction books for the writing, but this one actually I'm finding quite readable. Which, there's not too many textbooks that I would say, oh, I'm going through it chapter by chapter, and I'm actually not having to struggle through it. Might also be that I'm a BC boy, so I've got kind of built-in interest in my own built-in history. It is interesting that it's originally written in 1991, revised in 1996, so it is pretty old book, but I kind of forgive it that because I want something that's readable, and that probably is more important to me than the most cutting edge scholarship on British Columbian history. Though it is also interesting that it definitely shows its age. You can tell it's on that cusp. It talks about native cultures and indigenous, but it also uses the label Indian in a just a straightforward way, which is something that would not get used in a Canadian work of nonfiction now, not as a way of referring to the native peoples of Canada, natives or native people or indigenous people of Canada. Which actually I kind of find useful because history changes, how we talk about history changes, and that's definitely one of them. It also uses East Indian, which is we now say South Asian. So those are hints that scholarship is not exactly up to date on this book, but I'm quite enjoying it. The essays going forward, I think, are collected from 1996 to 2000, and I think it's 12 or something like that. The cusp of contact, and it was just released in 2020, so it's probably going to be a lot more up to date that way. But yeah, really enjoying that so far. Ooh. The birds in my doodle are having a battle. Shira's going to make sure that the backyard stays safe. Shira is doing, and I am doing okay. I think the last video I talked about how Haley, our Airedale, passed away, and we are all doing fine. Shira got a massive haircut, so that she's in a sweater now to keep her warm and in the super Arctic chill of Victoria, which is, yeah, you can see how Arctic chill it is in the background. I'm also going to start Sarah Waters, The Little Stranger, 2009 novel by Sarah Waters, The Little Stranger. Set in 1940s England, mysterious goings. What is it? In a dusty post-war summer in rural Warwickshire, a doctor is called to see a patient at the lonely Hundreds Hall, home to the smudged but I think average family for over 2 centuries. The once grand house is now crumbling, while all around the world is changing. The family, elegant, widowed Miss Ayres, her war-damaged son Roderick, and her daughter Caroline are struggling to adjust, and I guess we'll go into it there. I read Fingersmith by Sarah Waters last year. I think it was last year. God, I really, really enjoyed that book. That was set in kind of more of a Dickensian England. Yeah, I found that really good. So I'm really looking forward to this. Apparently shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize. Ooh ah. Does that mean anything? I don't know. May or may not. But I know that Sarah Waters means a lot to me. So I can't wait to try out this novel by her. Oh, okay. See, the muscles are going on the arm, so I'm gonna let it go there. Okay, and the final thing that I'll talk about today is that I'm about to flood your feed, if you indeed have a feed and you care about those things, because this has been a bizarre year for everybody, 2020, and a part of the side effect of that is that I have a whole ton of reviews languishing on my computer that I just sort of want to get out there. I don't know if I want to get them out there so I can just delete them off my computer, and then it's no longer my problem. It's your problem, dear viewers. It's your problem. But it's just a way of me clearing stuff, and I'm taking it as, hey, this is the last day of the year as my goad to do this. So I got up. Shira stayed in bed, but I got up at like early in the morning and started putting together videos, getting them all prepared, and they're all going to go up maybe about an hour at a time. We'll see. I have like about 10 reviews or something like that. I think there's even one that I just unprivated now, the Birch Bark House by Louise Eldrick. Eldrick? Ah. Someone will definitely probably correct me on my pronunciation on many things throughout this day. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry that I will be getting all those videos, releasing all those videos out. You know, maybe I can get my goal of knocking my subscriber count down to like 550 by the end of the day. You know, if positive, looking at things positively. I think it's one of those things of whenever you release too many videos, suddenly people notice that you're in their subscription feed and they go, when did I subscribe to him, and unsubscribe? And so maybe I can by sheer dint of volume push people away, which is the thing that I'm sure that all YouTubers are looking for, is like, how can I decrease my subscriber count? That's got to be the thing. So yeah, I think that's probably, this is the only video that has gotten taped, old dude, that has gotten filmed today. Did do a review yesterday and a couple of reviews for the last while, but I just December was a tough month with the passing away of my dog, and the year has been way more difficult for a lot of other people, and I've been felt very lucky, but also very stressed at the same time to be where I am. So with that ramble, I'm just going to stop here and say, look out! Here they come! Lots and lots of reviews. What is it? Here's a preview. Synthetic Men of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Lady Anna by Anthony Trollope. Gulliver of Mars by Edwin Lester Jones. Harriet the Spy. The Birch Bark House. Dissolution by C.J. Santon. Orley Farm by Anthony Trollope. Captains Courageous. Lilana of Mars. Sometimes You Have to Lie by Leslie Brody, which is a biography of Louise Fitzhugh, author of Harriet the Spy, which is why I have a review of that. And whatever else I can dust off my computer and I just want to delete and get rid of. So sorry. More videos later. Oh God, lots more videos later.